As promised, we back at it, baby. We back at it. Yeah, back at it. Like we never left. You know what I mean? Man, I seen some exciting things. And I seen some, same old, same old. Fresh off of work. Excited about this new year. This new year. I ain't gonna lie. Same old, same old. Same old, same old. Oh, 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 oh. See who's gonna come in today. Chop it up with me. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited. Got some new ideas, some new plans. Well, new ideas, new plans, same thing. A lot of things I want to do this year that I'm gonna do. That's a fact. A lot of things I'm gonna do this year, man. I had to take that mental break. What's going down? Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Just seeing who else gonna come in. It does help me extremely, What's going down? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? How y'all New Year is coming in? Y'all good? Y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. I told you, stay tapped in on the community post. You know what I mean? What's going down? What's up, y'all? What's up? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Y'all, hope y'all New Year, is going good. I got some new plans. What's going down? Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate you. Nah, I just want to be a new me. A new me. I'm not blind, bro. I see what you said. I'm gonna shout you out in a little bit, bro. I don't want to lose train of thought, though. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Nah, you good. Y'all got some new ideas, new plans, a lot of things I want to do. A lot of things we gonna do. I told y'all, if you new to me, if this is your first time seeing me, I go by the name of SosoDerrick. I do nothing but tear down false narratives and show love. That's all it's about. All it's ever gonna be about is showing love, and representing the culture the right way. And that's the type of time I'm on. You know what I mean? That's the type of time I'm on. But listen, 6'7". My boys came home saying 6'7". It's crazy. That's the new thing. But listen, y'all, I've been seeing what's going on. It's a lot of a lot of great things that's going on in the community of, as far as the content, space. And it's a lot of same old, same old, same old. It ain't gonna never change. It look like, but like I said, as long as it's keep going, I'm gonna keep talking. I'm excited about this year. First and foremost, before we get into the topics that I want to talk about, okay, let's talk about it. You don't like the video? What you don't like about it, bro? I respect that. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Let's talk about it. Anything y'all seen, leave in the chat. What y'all didn't like about the videos that y'all seen of mine. What y'all don't like? What you don't like? Let's talk about it. OG. Hey, the next pod I am doing open. We're gonna open my line up so we can have a talk. Real time. The next pod will be tomorrow. Content coming back to back. I apologize to those who been supporting and rocking with me for a minute. Y'all know, I'm very big on mental health, and I think it's very important to sit down if you need to. And I can't give y'all the energy that I want to give y'all if I'm not all the way there. And I want to stand on what I say. You know what I mean? Listen, we could talk about old videos that I made. A lot of people don't like. I see the comments. I respond to a lot of things. And we're not gonna agree on everything whatsoever. You know what I mean? We're not gonna agree on everything. But I want to get into some topics, right? So, let's talk about it. Appreciate the 2 likes. I appreciate the love. Let's talk about the first topic at hand, Adam 22. Reason why I didn't put Adam 22 name in the topic because it ain't. I don't want to make it. Nah, you can let me know, bro. I appreciate you telling me you didn't like that. It's all love. I know it's coming from all love, bro. Do I remember you? Not really. Sorry. You donate gas money? No, I'm good, bro. I appreciate it. I'll do it for free. But Adam 22 this 4 extras. I can't do it right now, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't remember you. I ain't gonna lie. This ain't that type of time. I don't do all that clickbait or, trying to make myself look good. I am who I am, just like you is. This is what you see is what you get from me. Adam 22 did 4 extras, man. I ain't really hear the song, but I heard about it. I heard a little bit. I did hear one part, and I found it very, very distasteful. Yeah, certain things you shouldn't talk about. No matter what your disagreements may be to someone. Yeah, for sure. 4 extras is a real one. That's why I like him so much because he himself and he ain't switched up yet. You know what I mean? You could tell that's who he is. And that's what I enjoy. And look how far it brought him. And it's gonna bring him a long way. Back to Adam 22. Adam 22 called himself dissing 4 extras. And I seen some content creators do their reactions, and give their input on it. So I'm gonna give my input on it real quick. Like I said, I only heard a part of the song. I didn't listen to it. I heard that one part about the fireworks and the brother hand, and I just found it very, very distasteful. Seeing the fact that Fort Extra did see Adam 22 as a friend or whatever like that. You know what I mean? He seen him as someone that he can trust at one point. And regardless of the fact that, you know, Fort Asher maybe had said some things that wasn't truthful, you know, and Adam 22 got proof, and you know, it is what it is. Sometimes we be in a heated moment of being upset, and this is no excuse for extras whatsoever. Um, this is no excuse. This is no excuse for extras whatsoever. But sometimes we do forget, especially, and we may say things that we might necessarily don't mean in the heat of the moment, you know. And he said some things that may have been false when it came to Adam 22 allegedly doing or saying certain things or whatever like that. Now, regardless of the fact that, you know, I stand on everything. I try to stand on everything I say. Everything's not content. You know what I mean? And sometimes we gotta try to look past content, regardless of being in a content space, and look at things for what it is, and that's merely just being human. You know, I can get my point across, especially anybody. You know, Adam 22 could have got his point across to Fort Ashes without making a diss song or trying to call him out for a fade and stuff like that. Like I said, I just found that distasteful, and everything not content, man. If you know you didn't say something, stand on that. You know, you can merely say, listen, bro, I think you crossing some things or whatever. I think you upset right now. You may be fabricating some things that you may think I said, or you may honestly feel this way. You may honestly feel that way. You may honestly feel like I said these things or said something. And first and foremost, we should never dismiss no one's feelings. But however you may feel, I apologize and kept it like that. But I see a lot of people are just for the content. You know what I mean? I enjoy creating content. You know, I enjoy creating, being in this space, and people actually tapping in and listening to me, or you know, the few people that does. But like I said, I would never do anything to purposely hurt someone, intentionally hurt someone. And if I speak out of term, or if I, you know, like I said, if I misspeak, I will want someone to check me on that, and we can have dialogue on that. That's why I'm gonna start doing. Like I said, I see 600 do the thing. Y'all trolls can call, whatever. If y'all, you're not gonna get the response out of me that you will be looking for. So you just be wasting your time. But you know, I'm gonna open the lines up, and we're gonna have real conversations. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, it's all about love. You know, it's all about love. We all need to find peace in this thing called life. It's been crazy. This thing called life is crazy for us all. You know, let me make sure my audio. Am I good? Hold on, y'all. This thing. Oh yeah, that's good. You know, this thing called life is crazy for us all. You know, and we gotta start. Like I say, we gotta start understanding that at the end of the day, no matter what we say and how we say it, we are all human. You know what I mean? I got a new movement I'm gonna start pushing. I will explain that to y'all very, very soon. I'm just getting some things in the works with that. And you know, it's all love and all positivity. You know what I mean? I want to be the example that you can win without being negative. You know, you can win. And, you know, a lot of people like to believe that you got to come on here and tear somebody down and try to hurt somebody. I'm trying to tear that, you know, change that narrative, especially being the age that we are, adults, you know, you know, young, not kids, but, you know, young adults. I'm young myself, but younger adults gonna make mistakes. You know what I mean? And we can't crucify them for making certain mistakes. You know, like I said, man, at the end of the day, it's all about us understanding that we are all human, bro. You know, we are all human. Everything is not for content. It's better to show love than hate. It's better for us to check one another when we out of place. You know what I mean? Everybody say, well, everybody focus on the wrong thing. This is a gossip channel or whatever people like to call it. I don't call it gossip because I don't create false narratives. Let's get that straight about this channel. I'm responding to a lot of these comments that I seen. I'm not a gossip channel because to me, when I hear the word gossip, that means someone that's creating a false narrative. I never once come on this platform and ever created no type of false narrative. I merely speak on the things that I see, and I tell my brothers and sisters, listen, I feel like, this is just me, that you was wrong and you could have handled that a different type of way. See, we getting so accustomed to lies, fabrication, and things like that, when life is way more bigger than that. You know what I mean? I understand it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, however many different sides to each story, but I also understand that there in all the lies, and somewhere in there is the truth. You know what I mean? And that's the part we got to start listening to, because it's easy to hear the truth. It's hard to accept it. And that's the place we've been in. You know, everybody, it's easy for us to come on here and lie. Let's lie about this. Let's lie about that. Let's make this up. For the sake of content, let's this and that. It's easy to make lies up and to hear that, but it's hard for us for some reason to hear the truth. And that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And that's the space that's being created for us to just focus on the lies. Don't worry about the truth, because the truth is not entertaining enough. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are focused on that. A lot of people are focused on, excuse me, y'all, are focused on the lies that's being made out here instead of the truth. You know, I find, sorry, I ain't even got no water. I find the truth more entertaining for me. Because it's so hard for us to, it's so foreign for us now to hear the truth, because there's so many lies that's being created in this thing called life, in this world. And it's unfortunate, you know what I mean? It's very, very unfortunate that, you know, people find lies to be much more entertaining for whatever reason. And that is, I mean, you like what you like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm not trying to dictate or create, you know, try to direct somebody else in a different direction. I'm just trying to say, just be human, bro. You know what I mean? Just be human. You know, that's what we need to focus on as people. Just don't have no color to it, none of that. You know, we know what happened in the past. We know what's happening today. But I feel like we just solely focus on certain things that keeps us held on to the past, versus creating something that's new for us. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's all about that. You know, it's all about showing love. It's all about, bro, I promise y'all, bro, like, I promise y'all, it's hard. It's hard. I understand. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to be truthful. It's hard to be the nice guy or a nice lady or something like that without somebody feeling like they can take some advantage of you or whatever like that. And for the most part, that's, like I said, that's the new norm. People does that. They take advantage of people who they find truthful or easy going or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? I've been taken advantage of, as far as being a nice guy and somebody thinking they can get over on me like that. You know what I mean? Then they see another side of you. It's like, where does energy come from? They be lost. They be confused about this, and at the end of the day, keep standing on that. Don't let this world change you. Now let's talk about, first of all, hold on. For those who don't know, in case you sleeping under a rock, Snoop Dogg got a podcast. The Death Row Podcast. Now, this ain't nothing new. Snoop done this before, but like he stated before, I've been tapped in with Snoop. Shout out to Snoop. It's just called podcast. It was something else at first, and now he called it, the Death Row Podcast. So shout out to Snoop Dogg for that. That's dope. Shout out to John. But yeah, you know what I mean? That's what it's about. It's all about love, y'all. It's all about love. It's all about being human. It's all about positivity, and it's all about being able to keep on going when everything get bad. It's all about keeping going when everything get bad and staying truth to you, who you are as a human. Bro, like this year, and I'm pretty sure y'all can relate, this year alone taught me a lot of lessons. I received a lot of blessings, but in them lessons and blessings and all that, I was informed on a lot of things, So, I will no longer be drinking. This is just my thing I want to set for myself. I will no longer be drinking and nothing like that. Listen, when I believe, I'm a firm believer on, when you constantly hear God talking to you and speaking to you on certain things, you best to listen. You know what I mean? You need to listen to those things that God speaks, as he speaks to you. And he definitely been speaking to me all year. He speaks to us all. But yeah, that's one of the things that I just need to, one of the vices that I need to get rid of, and I'm done with it. I wasn't it wasn't no daily thing for me, but I'm done with it. You know what I mean? It's not going to allow that to have a hold on me. So whatever vices, or I think I'm saying that right, or whatever y'all got that has a hold on you, or God speaking on you to stop doing something, listen to that voice, man. Listen to that voice. You know what I mean? Listen to it. Listen to it. It will help. I believe that. I know it. You know it. You've been there before. Accept it. It may be hard depending on how long you've been doing it, but it can happen for you. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be easy. I'm not gonna come on here and lie and say nothing in this thing called life is easy. It's never gonna be easy for us. You know what I mean? But while we continue to climb the ladder and go through these different obstacles that we go through, it's light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? As we climb that ladder. So, yeah, I want to speak on something else that I've seen. So we talked about the 4 S's, and Adam 22, this, or whatever like that. Now, I want to talk about, and I want, anybody who know this brother, please, if you know him, please, let him hear this, man. Please get this to him. NLE Chopper. Now, this young brother has, for a couple years, was doing good. He was going into the right direction. And here's my theory on what I feel like that's going on with this young brother, NLE Chopper. NLE Chopper has been trying to find himself in this thing called life, like a lot of us are still trying to do. The thing is that he's in the spotlight. And when he came into the spotlight, he had a different type. He was given a different type of energy. This is because he was young. I think what's going on with him trying to diss all these dudes, young boy and all that. I think what's going on with that brother is he trying to get his old attention back because whatever he was doing at first wasn't working for him in the public eyes. NLE Chopper. This is what I think that is going on with that brother. He making radical decisions, crashing out, all for the sake of attention because he want that old energy back. You know what I mean? And I just want to say, brother, the energy that you was given, the positivity, the finding yourself, the listening to God, listening to this, that's where you need to stay at, brother. This world we live in will tear you down. This world will chew you up and spit you out 1,000,001 times, 1,000,000,000 times, until you become what they want you to become. But you have control of your narrative. You have control over your narrative, and this for all of us. We have control over it. I refuse to feed a certain type of energy because people can't accept who I am today versus who I was in the past. But the ones that were accepting you, that were embracing you, that's the energy you need to hold on to, young brother. NLE Chopper, hold on to that. You don't need to diss nobody to gain no type of notoriety or whatever the case is, because I honestly feel like you felt like you were stuck because nobody was listening to you. But guess what? God is listening. God been listening. You don't need to make, none of us, we don't need to make nobody else proud or have nobody else approval but God. Whatever you may believe in. That's who approval you need to seek. Everybody else is going to come and go, but God stays forever. God is here with us forever. Everybody else comes and goes. You know, that's the narrative. That's what we got to understand. That's why I feel like NLE Chopper was, he doing certain radical decisions, trying to diss everybody because he trying to get everyone's approval, because what he was doing, everybody didn't approve of, and he wasn't receiving that type of energy that he received when he came into the game. But understand, young brother, it's room to change, and those who gonna accept you, gonna accept you. This is for all of us. Those who going to accept you, they're gonna accept you. Damn who you was yesterday. Today is a new day. And like I said, a lot of things we speak, and this goes for myself, it's easier said than done. But at the end of the day, we are all human. And we all can reach any goal that we trying to reach. We just got to stay on that path and care about those who care about what you're doing today, not yesterday. Today. I don't care about what how somebody see me. I don't care. I'm not hiding who I am. I'm going to speak on what I speak on. I'm going to stand on what I stand on as a man. And that's what it is. I don't care what people see me as. I never been. Listen, you call me a square, a civilian, whatever you want to call me. But one thing you can't call me is not a man. That's a fact. I dare anybody come to me to my face to call me, say, you ain't a man. You can't do that. Because the energy that I give, the love that I give and push. Never been to jail in my life. Never been to prison in my life. I ain't pretending to be nothing. I'm very proud to say, as a black man, I ain't never had no handcuffs on me. And that's very hard to do. Well, I lied. I did have some handcuffs on me. But I never been in jail in my life. You can look me up. Never. That's why I'm entitled to speak on that, what I speak on, and why I try to talk to the youth. To be yourself, bro. Be yourself and down what everybody else think. Because what they painting, they just following somebody else's picture. They ain't following the path they creating. They following somebody else's path. Trying to recreate something that already has been done. This is what a lot of these young brothers are doing. Trying to recreate something that already have been done versus following who they are and what they believe. If the world don't love you for who you is today, they're not going to love you for who you are tomorrow. Understand that. If the world does not love you, young brother and sister out there, for who you are today, they're not going to love you for who you are tomorrow and who you going to be. But those who going to love you are going to love you. And those who not, they just not. And that's okay. I'd rather live with being who I am as a man and as a person versus being who somebody else want me to be. And that's what I want us all to stand on. Once again, I understand that it's easier said than done, but understand that it's very, very possible. And don't let the world try to convince you otherwise. Do not let the world convince you otherwise. Because they waiting on you to crash out. They're waiting on you to do something out of character. Because you wasn't in character in the first place. That's what's the problem with a lot of people. And why they question what happened. Because you never was being who you were in the first place. That's why it didn't work out. Hold on. That's why it didn't work out for you. Because you weren't being who you were in the first place. You were trying to be somebody else. It's a lot easier being yourself. It's more enjoyable being yourself. Very hard being someone else. Very hard trying to hide the truth. Because when it comes out, people looking like, well, where you go? This wasn't him a couple years ago. Oh, who was this? Oh, he ain't the person I thought he was. I'm going to unfollow him. I'm going to stop. When you could have just been yourself, bro. I be down for the industry. I be down for anybody to try to change who I am. And I want that for everybody, bro. The problem is with creating a false character on the line, on the internet, is that everybody in this world are trying to seek the truth, find out who you are. See, it's easy to come online and say, hey, this who I am. I ain't got nothing to hide. I do this, I did that, I did this, I did that. You either accept me for who I am or don't accept me at all. See, that's the best feeling when you win being yourself. The best feeling of them all. Best feeling. People gonna call you crazy. People gonna think it's impossible because they never tried to do what you trying to do. Because whatever you're doing made them highly uncomfortable when they even thought about doing it. And to see you win, it's a little different for them. It hit a little different for them. I want you to win. I want us to win, bro. And I want us to understand that there's people out here that still want you to win. You just gotta look past the noise. You gotta look past the noise and accept the ones that accept you and stop pushing everybody away. Because you're gonna be in the same spot. You're gonna be in the same position. You can't do it all by yourself. You can't. You didn't wake up by yourself. You think you did, but you didn't. You don't be able to go to work or go to school and come back home all by yourself. You think you controlled that? You didn't. See, the world would like for you to create a false narrative in your mind to believe that you do everything by yourself and everything is on you. It's not. The problem is you're not doing enough and you don't have no belief. Only thing you believe in is yourself and what I could do for me and all this and this and that. No. Because you're gonna end up blocking your blessings. You're gonna end up blocking your blessings. You're gonna end up blocking your blessings, bro. It's not hard, man. Anybody who follow me, bro, anybody that support what I got going on, bro, I'm gonna tell you one thing, and this or anybody, bro. Unsubscribe from me if you looking for me to tear somebody down. Unsubscribe from me if you looking for me to chase clout. Because the type of clout I'm chasing, more people don't even go this direction. It's easy to come on this internet and make up lies without any real consequences. Just to lie, just for notoriety, for everybody to know who you is. That's easy. I want to be the first person to show you as a grown adult. Got nothing to hide. I am who I am, and I will bend myself. This is who I am, bro. I'm not loud. If I get loud, it's because I'm extra hyper. Sometimes I get extra hyper. Sometimes, just like you have your lows. You have your highs and you have your lows. That's because you're human. I'm just human, bro. You just human, bro. Anything you see out here, you could do it. But do it the right way. Do it the right way, bro. That's what my mom gave me growing up. And a lot of us, I understand, we don't have that. A lot of people don't have that. But I want to share what I was given and give it to you, young brothers and sisters out there. Anybody. Listen, man, if you watch this now, watch it later, I appreciate you for even watching it. If you're new to the channel, I go by the name of SosoDerrick. I will be dropping content daily as much as possible, like I used to. This a new year, new things, new opportunities for us all. 2025 toward the end was crazy for me. And the beginning of the year may be crazy for you. It ain't got there yet for me. It might get there, right? But the objective of this thing called life is to keep moving. Listen, man, if you stayed, if you didn't, you did. If you listened to the whole thing, thank you. I love you. I appreciate that. But listen, I say the same thing. I'm going to forever say this, no matter what platform I may be on in the future, where you may see me at in public, whatever the case may be, man. I am who I am. But I understand how important this is for us all to hear this, and I need to say this to you. If nobody told you today, I want to be the first one to tell you is that I love you. Fellas, I'm talking to you too. I know it's hard to hear from another man. It's crazy, right? But I do. I love you. Y'all have a nice day, night, morning. Whatever time zone you may be in, whenever you may see this. I love y'all. Peace out. See y'all tomorrow. See y'all tomorrow.